From Cristiano Ronaldo to Karim Benzema to N'Golo Kante, and a host of other footballing legends and superstars, Saudi Arabian clubs have in the past few months spent over €1 billion in contract agreements and salary structures to land these stars. And this amount is still counting. Ronaldo reportedly earns an astonishing €200 million per year. In comparison, Benzema also commands the exact amount, and Kante's potential contract would amount to €100 million yearly, and the list goes on and on. But have you ever wondered why Saudi Arabia is investing so heavily in football? What's really the motivation behind offering huge, lucrative contracts to players? Stick around because in this video we'll explore the Middle Eastern country's recent interest in football investments and their impact on the global stage. Often described as the pride of Arabian nations and the Middle East, Saudi Arabia has long been known for its passion for sports, especially football. It is deeply rooted in the culture and has seen them being recognized as having one of the best football teams in the Middle East. Although the nation initially focused on men's football and segregated women from having anything to do with the sport even at some point, women were banned from attending football games at stadiums up until 2017. And this was the first step toward a stable future for women's football in the country. Initially just known as a football-loving country, we have seen an unprecedented surge in Saudi Arabia's football investments in recent years. So, what's driving this football frenzy? One of the significant reasons lies in Saudi Arabia's ambitious Vision 2030 plan, a comprehensive initiative aimed at diversifying the nation's economy and reducing its dependence on oil, which is what the country is majorly known for. Football is a vital component of this plan, with the government recognizing the sport's potential to drive economic growth, enhance the national image, and foster social development, taking examples from countries that invest so much in sports, such as the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. The United States, for instance, generates over $75 billion of annual revenue in sports. That's a whole lot of money coming from that sector. Football investments attract international attention, create numerous business opportunities, and encourage tourism, as seen in the famous European football leagues. With the help of the Public Investment Fund, or PIF for short, the Saudi government has invested massively in the Saudi League, including purchasing large shares in significant football clubs, building world-class stadiums, and bringing notable footballing icons to play for them. These investments increase the Saudi League's popularity, encourage active lifestyles, and promote gender equality. As mentioned earlier, Saudi Arabian women's football has seen significant growth, with the lifting of restrictions allowing female participation and forming the women's national team and the professional women's leagues.
Before we get into the juicy details, we ask for your support. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button to receive all updates. Get ready to delve deep into the lives of football players in Saudi Arabia and their families' experiences in the vibrant and football-obsessed Saudi society.
Kings United Women's Football Club was the first women's football club in Saudi Arabia, founded in 2006. They were initially sponsored by Prince Al-Walid bin Talal. They faced media scrutiny and lost support in 2009, and from then on, women's football grew cold. The Women's Football Department of the Saudi Arabian Football Federation was established in 2019, and the national team was introduced 2 years later, and has already, in a short time, gained global attention by winning their first international matches against Seychelles and Maldives in 2022. This earned them a place in FIFA and AFC competitions, and the team aims to inspire young women in the Arabian country. This development even impressed Cristiano Ronaldo after congratulating Al Nassr's women's team for winning the league title and expressing his desire to support the development of women's football in Saudi Arabia. He welcomed the opportunity to grow in football and contribute to the progress of young generations and women. Ronaldo highlighted the presence of a women's football team in Al Nassr and emphasized the competitiveness of women's football in the country, which has seen significant growth, with increased registered players, coaches, referees, clubs, and domestic leagues and competitions. Saudi Arabia's investment in the round leather game doesn't just end locally, but also spreads its wings in international football. just like its significant involvement in the City Group based in the UK. This firm manages football clubs all over the world. The big boss, owning a whopping 81% of the company, is the Abu Dhabi United Group. They're the ones calling the shots and making sure things run smoothly. Led by Sheikh Mansour, the City Group has made significant strides in the football world, acquiring several club sides worldwide, including the renowned Manchester City in England, New York City FC in the United States, Melbourne City FC in Australia, Troyes AC in France, Mumbai City FC in India, Girona FC in Spain, Palermo FC in Italy, Yokohama F. Marinos in Japan, and the list goes on and on. These international investments and shares in football club sides worldwide are part of a broader strategy to boost its presence in the global sporting arena. Its impact has definitely been felt, especially at Manchester City. The purchase of the club by Sheikh Mansour has since been a turning point as they have witnessed numerous successes trophy-wise. Although critics have argued the influence of the ownership by the Saudis, often taunting the club by tagging them oil money. But at the end of the day, football can only function properly with cash, right? In October 2021, the PIF's acquisition of another English side, Newcastle United Football Club, was completed. Like City, it marked a significant turning point for the Tyneside club and brought about a new era. PIF became the majority shareholder and de facto owner of Newcastle United, acquiring 80% of the club's shares. The acquisition was backed by Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who aimed to use the club to enhance the country's sporting reputation and expand its influence in the global footballing landscape. Yasir Al Rumayyan, the governor of PIF, emerged as the public face of the acquisition and assumed the role of chairman of Newcastle United, and his leadership brought forth ambitious plans to revitalize the club and propel it to new heights. These plans included significant investments in player transfers, stadium infrastructure, and the overall development of the club's facilities. We can tell that the project is headed in the right direction following the conclusion of the 2022-2023 English Premier League season, as Newcastle put up an impressive performance to qualify for the UEFA Champions League for the first time in 20 years.
You might be wondering why you should care about Saudi Arabia's football investments. Well, as we now know, it also has global implications beyond the local impact. It has met some criticisms from pundits such as Jamie Carragher, who accused the Saudi of the, quote, damaging the game. Manchester United legend Rio Ferdinand was accused by Carragher of turning a blind eye to this due to his support of Qatar's proposed purchase of Manchester United. In turn, he accused Carragher of too much criticism. In reply, Carragher tweeted that he never criticized Silva, Benzema, Neves, or Steven Gerrard for moving to the Saudi Arabia, but he doesn't like the Saudis trying to buy football. Many football enthusiasts see this as just sentiments, knowing that football is advancing from what we know it before. We have seen the introduction of numerous technologies, which require money and investments to function, so there's no denying the importance of money in sport. With the recent heavy investments of the Saudis in football, it's just a matter of time for the Saudi to be among the top elite football countries and their local league becoming one of the most popular in the world. Thanks for watching. Please drop a like on this video and leave your comments below. Also, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next video.